This is Mike Jackness from eCom Crew. Excited to be talking about external traffic today, sending external traffic to Amazon. So before we get started here, just want to make sure all my settings look correct. I think we're good to go. Let's make sure I think we're good to go here. So let's just jump right into it. Got a lot to go over in a little bit of time, so I'm going to talk fast and try to get through as much content as possible. And hopefully by the end of this, you'll be convinced that sending external traffic to Amazon should be part of your game plan. And the goal is to make Jeff Bezos even more rich, right? But you're going to make yourself more rich along the way. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's set the stage a little bit, right? There's all kinds of different things I think we need to do to talk about why this stuff's important, what I'm going to be talking about today. And one of the big things is you're constantly in this cycle of how do you get rankings without any sales? How do you get sales without any rankings? Talking about like organic rankings up on Amazon. Someone's searching for salmon fishing rod holder or something like that, you got to be ranked up in the top 3 results if you really want to get the bulk of the traffic. But how can you do that without getting any sales? And so a lot of this external traffic stuff really helps give you an unfair advantage in this regard in a white hat way. Everything we're going to be talking about here today is going to be completely terms of service compliant, white hat, unless I mention otherwise, because there are some things that come up from time to time that you need to be aware of what other people are doing, but we choose not to do a lot of these things. So again, how do you get sales without rankings? As I mentioned, and this is kind of a scary stat, right? When you start thinking about your competition and what you have to achieve, 55% of sales go to the top 3 search results. This is data that was compiled by eCom Crew. Now, obviously, it just depends on what people are looking for. If they're looking to buy a box of paper clips, this is going to skew even more to something probably like 90% because people just are looking to make a quick purchase. If they're looking to buy something like a big screen TV, they might look at 30, 40 results before they make a purchase and think a little bit longer. But on average, across all niches, 55% of sales go to the top 3 results. So it's important not only to rank on the first page, but near the top of the first page. So the typical launch strategy, the things you hear on podcasts and other, quote unquote gurus talking about is basically like Amazon PPC plus the early reviewer program and Vine and doing some giveaways will help you have a successful launch. Well, first of all, the early reviewer program is gone now. And second of all, relying on this stuff alone is not going to get you a quote unquote successful launch when the landscape has gotten so competitive these days. And so just praying for organic rankings is no longer going to work. So I really, again, want to set the stage a little bit more here and talk about why external traffic matters so much, even for Amazon. They are looking at this. And so they're thinking in their mind that external traffic signals from around the internet that are away from Amazon are going to help improve their rankings and it also helps improve your rankings, right? So if you can send traffic from other sources to Amazon, Amazon will believe that this traffic is more important than just someone typing something on Amazon and clicking something, that someone's searching, and lots of signals coming from all around the internet. Going to Amazon is important, so it helps them provide better results, and it also helps you as well. It can also help you rank better on Google, and we'll talk a little bit about that. That this is not just a matter of ranking just on Amazon, but Google's still a huge part of the landscape. And having external traffic sources that you can point to different places can really diversify you away from Amazon if and when the crap hits the fan and or you're looking to reliably launch products. So I think that this is like one of these things that might be the aha moment, right? This is one of these leaked reports that came out, I think around 2018. It was circulating all around the internet. There was a time when it was actually relatively easy to get this data on your account or on your listings. And what you're looking at here is all the different traffic for a particular SKU that Amazon is tracking. Look at all these data points. I mean, they're looking at everything here, like traffic coming from Pandora and Nextdoor and LinkedIn, Instagram, obviously the big ones like Facebook and Google, etc. And so if you look here at all these data points, whether the stuff's coming from sponsored products or if it's even through text, paid social media, whatever it might be, Amazon is hyper aware of all of these different data points, all these different external traffic data points. And so you have to kind of sit back and think, why are they tracking this? This is just an insane amount of data. They're going to need terabytes and terabytes of data storage to store all these different data points for all the different SKUs, the millions of SKUs that are on Amazon. The reason they're tracking is because they're using it as a part of their algorithm. It's important for them to know where all the traffic is coming from and to better use this for their A9 algorithm. And the thing that's even better than ranking just on Amazon is ranking both on Amazon and Google. And so what are we talking about here? So let's talk a little bit real quick about popularity of search engines real quick. And so, Google is 70% of the search engine market. But if you look at, when you're looking at product searches specifically, they're losing market share rapidly to Amazon. And so, but it's still important to position yourself well on Google. And what that might look like is something like this. And so we will talk a little bit about how you can achieve rankings like this in this presentation as well. But when someone's typing something like buy anchor rope, for this particular search, Amazon is the third ranked result. And there's lots of different anchor rope available on Amazon, and only one of those anchor rope results are going to show on Google. So we'll talk a little bit about why this is important as well in this presentation. But the idea is for you to get yourself to rank here as well. And this external traffic will also send a positive signal to Amazon. So it's not just the traffic you might be thinking of. And so how can you rank a product on Google? And the answer at the end of the day is backlinks. And if we can, here we go. And so a backlink is basically, for those of you who aren't familiar with SEO terms, is simply someone else linking from their website to your website. And in this case, from someone else's website to your Amazon listing. And you can choose to do this in white hat or black hat ways. Again, sorry for the frustration here on the slides. Just don't seem to want to cooperate today with me. I don't know what's going on with my computer. This is the perils of doing things live. And so getting backlinks from to your listing can happen from your own blog websites, from external influencers. You can even kind of go gray hat and black hat here and use public blog networks, PBNs, to link to your listing. One of the things you don't have to worry about is getting Amazon a Google penalty, right? They're just too big. Just a couple of links to your Amazon listing over anybody else's, it can be a huge way to get yourself to rank on Google over somebody else. So let's talk about some critical ways to get traffic, external traffic. So some of our favorite stuff is this organic traffic that we're going to be talking a lot about today. Your own e-commerce website can be a great way to get traffic to Amazon. Authority blogs, which is something that we've been working on now for years. We'll talk a lot about that today. And also influencers, getting YouTubers or Instagrammers or whoever it might be, sending traffic from them over to Amazon. There's also paid traffic. You got Facebook ads are still incredibly great source of sending traffic. Google ads, Google Shopping, and we have a question mark here next to Messenger because it seems like every day there's a new policy out for Facebook Messenger. But getting Facebook Messenger traffic, Google Shopping, Google Ads, Facebook, et cetera, off to Amazon can give you the advantage over your competitors because they just aren't doing that. So talking about your own store, your own e-commerce store. So this is my partner Dave that I do eCom Crew with, owns offroadinggear.com. And you might think this is crazy, right? I've gotten someone to my own store. Why would I send them off to Amazon? Well, the reality is that when I look at our Amazon reports, we keep track of our conversion rate for every single thing that we have. And company-wide, we're pushing 40% conversion rates on Amazon on all of our products. Our Shopify stores, we're happy when we get above 2%. That's a 20-fold difference, right? And so, yes, you might be giving up that 15% to Amazon, but if they convert that much better, you can make significantly more money. The other thing is if that external traffic produces one extra sale a day, 2 extra sales a day, that might be the thing that gets you to rank higher than your competitor for a particular keyword. And doing that, that's going to spin up that Amazon flywheel effect and maybe get you another 1 or 2 spots above that. And eventually, maybe you might find yourself in the top 3 by doing something this simple. And in reality, even though you're paying Amazon the 15%, they ship things way cheaper. And so the end of the day, the cost is about the same, I found. The only real disadvantage is now you don't have the customer's information, which really does suck. But again, extrapolating things out long term, it really is a benefit. And you still get the opportunity to pixel people. You know who was on your site. You can use the Facebook pixel. You can still collect their email addresses. And so you still get some information. You don't get the full order information. Another one of our favorite things to do is to create authority blogs. This is basically a content-only website where you'll set up the ability to get anywhere from top of funnel, middle of funnel, or end of funnel traffic. You can build an audience by pixeling people again and collecting their email addresses. We spend a lot of time doing email marketing to people. And this is an opportunity to rank for top of funnel searches like how to salmon fish. Right? Someone typing that in is not looking to necessarily buy right at that moment, but there's a good chance they will down the road. And so if you can rank for how to salmon fish, get them on your list, start communicating with them, maybe they'll come buy from you or come read your best salmon fishing rods article later on down the line where you are going to send the traffic directly to Amazon. It also is an opportunity to get valuable product and customer data. When you have these affiliate links on your website and you're comparing 5 or 10 different salmon fishing rods on your website, hopefully you're going to go through the effort of buying all of those fishing rods and doing a legitimate review and not just copy and pasting the images off of Amazon and BSing your way through it. You're going to do a good review. You'll then know all the competitors' products, what makes them go, what makes them bad. So when you go to develop your own product, you'll have more information and you're going to know what's outselling the others, right? You can look at your data and understand, oh, I'm selling this salmon fishing rod. This one's outselling the other one. Maybe I should change my rankings based on that. And also at that point, you know that you're going to have a much better chance of being successful launching your own product because you can put your product as number one and send the traffic there instead. And this also diversifies your revenue. Hey, listen, making $1,000 a month off of an affiliate site is not going to change our life. It's kind of throwing a grain of sand in the ocean compared to our company at this point. But it is the same as selling $10,000 a month worth of product because you make about 10% typically all in net profit on e-commerce. But this type of revenue is basically 100% net profit, goes right to the bottom line. And so I love the diversification. And so we own a site called tactical.com is a great example of this. We're in the process of redesigning this site right now. We're really excited about launching a new version of this, and hopefully this will help get us more email addresses and also rank better on Google. We're really excited about it. But the idea here is that we have a survival brand, and we rank for a bunch of survival terms, both the top of funnel, middle of funnel, and that end of funnel stuff when people are looking to buy products. And we only launch products at the time that we know that we are able to send traffic off to Amazon. And here's an example of one of our accounts. We're only getting $1,000 a month maybe from this, but look at how much we've shipped. We shipped $22,000 worth of goods. And so I'm getting the $1,000 from Amazon, plus I've shipped $22,000 worth of, most of this is my product. And look at my conversion rate. It's 25%. And so I'm sending external traffic from my blog to Amazon. It's converting at 25%, which is over 10 times better than it would be if I was sending this traffic to my own store to buy the same products. And so I'm making more money directly, in a nutshell right here in a vacuum, but I'm also getting the flywheel effect of getting all these additional sales. So here's some recommendations real quick on how to build an authority blog. First of all, don't get started unless you plan on really being committed to it. But first things first, you have to have a narrow niche. And this is kind of where we went wrong when we first started tactical.com, because tactical can be such a wide sweeping array of topics. You can be hunting, fishing, camping, whatever, all these different things. But the fact of the matter is that we've settled on survivalism, prepping and survivalism. And so that's what the blog is now about. So if you can hear my dog here, he's like coming to see what I'm talking about. And we're all working from home these days, so I think we're all used to that by now. But you write about something that's very narrow and focused, then you're going to have much better results, right? And so we have really narrowed in on prepping and survivalism. Find yourself a dedicated content writer or two or three if you can afford it. Like we have a whole stable of writers now. this is something you want to take seriously. You want to make sure that your content is high quality, that it's something that gets done consistently. We're all busy entrepreneurs. A lot of times you start something with the best of intentions and then you just let it sit there. And so hiring someone commits you to getting the content written. You can even train your VAs to do it if you don't have enough for them to do, and fill their time. The other thing you can do, which I'm a huge fan of, is just buy an existing website. You buy one that's already ranking, pay $50,000, $100,000, whatever it might be for an existing website that generates the a couple $1,000s a month in affiliate revenue, and then you can start putting your own products there and start getting sales immediately and getting a return on it immediately. The other thing that I love doing is working with influencers, and there are ways to just throw money away working with influencers. We've really narrowed this in. We don't use things like FameBit. We don't go after the home runs. We make sure that we work with smaller, like not micro influencers, but something maybe above that level. And they also make great content for you. When you start working with influencers, giving them your products, they're going to review them. They're going to produce content. Hopefully you're working with influencers that are fans of your niche and your brands, and they'll produce really great content for you. Here's an example of this. Like, we owned a brand called Color It. We sold that. It's crazy. It's been a while now. We sold it back in April of 2019 for 7 figures. It was a great exit for us. But one of our big reasons for success was working with influencers. We kind of got this early, and so we would send someone a free set of these gel pens. These gel pens cost us $10. But to the customer, to the influencer, they're worth $30. That's what we sold them for at retail, $35, I think, at the time. And they produced a 20-minute video for us reviewing our gel pens. And this is just something, we had tons of content like this. And so this is a channel that was dedicated to talking about coloring for adults. Target audience was spot on. Huge amount of people bought these pens based on this video and a bunch of other ones. It really showed off the packaging and the quality of our product. And people had that aha moment. It's like, I have to have that. And so influencers can really send outside traffic. That's the whole key of the presentation, don't forget, off to Amazon. Here's an example of someone that took a photo for Dave of his rooftop tent for offroadinggear.com. Think of what it would take for you to go create this photo. You'd have to go rent the Jeep. Well, I would say for me, maybe you have your own Jeep. I don't have a Jeep. I'd have to rent this Jeep, drive out to the middle of the Utah desert, wherever this was taken, retrofit this tent on my camper, which might be my own product, but I still got to go through the work of getting it on there and then taking it off and figure out what the hell to do with it afterwards. This was someone that was thrilled to go out there and take this picture for Dave. This is someone that already owns a Jeep and already does this stuff on the weekends. I was thrilled to have this tent and go take these pictures. And so you get someone who is in it for all the right reasons. They will be the best influencers for you. And so the way that we do it to incentivize people is if they have less than 5,000 subscribers, we will just contact them and say, hey, look, this is so-and-so from Color It or so-and-so from Off-Roading Gear. We really love your channel. We'd love to send you some free products. We think you'll enjoy them. No strings attached. If they have less than 500 subscribers, we just basically say, here's our website. Go pick anything you want out of our catalog and we'll send it to you. If they have between 5,000 and 10,000 subscribers, we'll offer them that. Plus, we'll say we'll do a giveaway for your audience. So now when they're reviewing the product and talking about our product on their channel, they can say, hey, look, if you like and subscribe, if you like this video and subscribe to our channel, you'll automatically be entered into a giveaway for this product. And that helps grow their subscriber count and makes people more sticky on their channel. So it's a win-win for both you and the influencer. And if they have more than 10,000 subscribers, up to 100,000, we just basically increase the size of the giveaway, the sweetness of the giveaway, if you will, for the larger channels. Now, the other thing you can do, and which we do, is to help facilitate the giveaway for them. And so we just say, look, give us the name and the address of the winners, and we'll take care of everything for you. We just do a fulfillment order on Amazon to fulfill that order instead of having to ship it to the influencer and then them having to ship it out and deal with all that extra work. The other thing you can be doing is Google and Facebook, especially remarketing. First of all, Google Shopping is now free. So if you aren't at least in their free program, you're really missing out. You should have your own Shopify store set up and be sending Google traffic, Google Shopping traffic off. Facebook ads for cold traffic is really difficult. I'm not necessarily, I think that's more of a, if you've done steps 1 through 9 and you're struggling to find something else to do with your day, using Facebook ads to do cold traffic is probably the last thing you should be doing. But Facebook remarketing ads still work incredibly well. You know someone's been on your website, reading a particular article, looking at a particular product, and remarketing to them and offering them your product is a really great time to be advertising to them. There's also a few different ways to be tracking traffic, which is important. There's Amazon attribution, there's Amazon associates. You can pixel people with something like Pixel Find Me, or you can just do nothing. You can send the traffic directly off to Amazon. But my favorite is the Amazon Associates program. It gives you enough data to make it worthwhile and valuable, not as much as Amazon attribution, but you do get the affiliate revenue, which I also like. Again, that money adds up, and we're up to thousands of dollars a month now in Amazon Associates revenue company-wide, and it makes a difference. It pays for several of our employees. I kind of look at it that way, that it pays for 3-4 people's salaries, and just kind of takes the pressure off. As you're a business owner, you're always looking for ways to make sure that you're getting revenue in the door. And so that's going to do it. I mean, hopefully, this gives you some ideas on how and why to send external traffic. It's so important these days, as you're developing your Amazon business, to make sure that first of all, that you can sleep at night. I think that there's so many people out there that are doing the trendy thing of the day, right? The looking in the forums, joining communities like ours. We are always straightforward about this. We don't want that type of stuff discussed in our forum because we don't want the black hat stuff, the thing that's the trendy thing today to do that's going to get you potentially in trouble with Amazon, get your account shut down. A bunch of Chinese Amazon sellers just got their accounts shut down recently. And for breaking on these rules, finally, it's finally the chickens are coming home to roost. Our accounts are fine. We continue to sail right through. This is all completely white hat because we are working with influencers, getting them to send traffic off to Amazon. Amazon loves that. We have our own authority blogs. We can dictate the traffic, where we want to send it, what we want to rank. When we, and you think of it this way, if you know that you're now selling 3 or 4 salmon fishing rod holders a day of a competitor's product that you're sending traffic off to, now's a great time for you to develop your product and launch it. You're going to have a guaranteed a minimum of 3 or 4 sales per day. But what you have to think about, again, is extrapolating that out, that is a huge leg up on every other competitor out there selling the same product. And with everything that you're doing, all the other traditional launch methods, on top of getting that free, constant, every single day, 3 to 4 sales, you're going to have a successful product, a successful launch. It really stacks the deck in your favor. And since using this strategy, we've had very few products not take off right away and become big winners in categories that we have no business ranking in otherwise, right? We rank in highly competitive spaces because we are able to send traffic from something like a tactical.com off to Amazon consistently. And we recommend our products and we get the affiliate revenue from that. And we're sending consistent traffic off and getting sales from that, which again spins up that halo effect and really helps with that. So hope you guys found this helpful. Thanks so much for letting me bend your ear for the last half hour or so. Until the next time we chat, happy selling. We'll talk to you soon.